take a trip through the Lost Library and discover what's available now from yours truly. When their parents are taken captive by a wicked necromancer and his sinister crocodile men, a pack of children from the peaceful land of Aquania must journey across their continent, meeting strange beings and confronting untold terrors in their quest to rescue their families from a witch queen eager to raise a demon lord from his fiery abode. The Young Barbarians, written by your boy Crypto, is available now in both digital and print form on Amazon.com, published by the fine folks at the Lost Library. And support your boy Crypto by picking up a copy today. Link in the description below.
Hello, all you beautiful people in Webtown, and welcome back to Crypto Comics. This is a very special presentation for the Crypto Knights out there. For those longtime viewers of Crypto Comics who have been around, you know that we have done Sabretooth Death Hunt, the first Sabretooth miniseries ever created by Marvel Comics. We've covered issue 1 in the past, so if you're new, you might want to go into the back issue bins and check out that very first Sabretooth #1, because now we are going to conclude this epic 4-part miniseries by Larry Hama and Mark Texeira. And as you can see, 3 very stunning covers, beautifully painted by Mark Texeira. And I like to just get right into business here, right? If you missed that first episode, you're going to need it. Because Sabretooth is hunting his lovely little birdie. I'm home. See, Birdie turned on him. You got to go back into the playlist and check it out. I'm home, Birdie. Now you're going to get yours. Now I know what kind of birdie you are. A stool pigeon. You ratted me out, Birdie. Sold me out to some yahoo calls himself the Tribune. Did he pay you in Roman coins? 30 pieces of silver? Where are you, Birdie? The birdie done flowing the coop. Looky here. She ain't flowing yet, but she's about to do the fast fade with my best ride. Hold on, girl. I just needs to talk to you. No way, Mr. Creed. You only have meaningful conversations with people when you're killing them. She may have bogarted my... She takes off. She may have bogarted my baddest ride, but I still got a whole garage full of... Oh, that slimy telepath. She slashed my tires. Good thing I never told the little rat about what I got stashed behind the wall. Huh? What's that? She's been digging around in his mind in that first issue. It was very compelling to learn a little history of Sabretooth's family. What's that? Ain't you never seen a Holly on nitrous before, girl? This here Milwaukee hog's gonna eat that Detroit iron for lunch. Hey, well, watch where you're going. Zip your lip, geek. Nobody talks to Birdie that way except me. I'm gonna catch you, Birdie. Rat me out and trash my wheels. Ooh-wee. Girl, you are gonna pay. And why is it changing the world of adventure forever? Dragon Strike. More action than you've ever seen before. More adventure than you've ever played before. Watch 33 minutes of awesome video action as heroes fight wicked monsters and powerful dragons. The Dragon Strike video is the first video ever produced in hyper-reality, a breakthrough in movie-making technology. I just green screened. It's probably blue screen back then. Dragon Strike, the game begins. When the Dragon Strike video ends, Dragon Strike, the game begins. It's a video. It's a game. It's Dragon Strike. So, you know, she runs him right over on the Harley, but he just climbs up through the passenger seat. And causes him to get in this crash, and they shoot off this bridge, right? And they're falling. And he says, go ahead, Birdie. Do it. Now? Now. It's like digging in my mind. Find out the truth. This just warps our perception of time. When we come out of this, you're still gonna be... Shh. I had a control device implanted in his chest also. They can't see us or hear us. But we sure don't want to miss any of this. This must be Sabretooth's memory of what happened after he got taken away. Bleep, 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 bleep. It's the Tribune watching over him. This guy in a robot suit. Who do you want aced? Kind of looks like Hugh Jackman, doesn't it? Mystique. You'll have 2 days, 48 hours, from the time you are healed and accept the mission. Start the clock, Junior. One thing you should know. After I ace the broad, I'm coming after you. And how are you going to accomplish that? You don't know where you are or who I am. After we are finished with you here, we will knock you out again and deposit you near your home. Cancel my appointments for the rest of the day. I'm having too much fun. Consider your slate wiped, sir. Dr. Mabius, you may pull the stitches. Better? I feel better already. Swam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Elsewhere. He caught her already. Did our people have time to finish the job back at his mansion in Seattle? Yes, sir. It's all been taken care of. I like this one. These filthy mutants. They're either teeny boppers, old codgers, or from the future. Hardly a boomer in the crowd. This was made in the early 90s. I love it. Very modern. You made sure that none of these inquiries can be traced back to me, didn't you, Ellie? Security is absolute, sir. All loose threads have been severed. In Seattle, they're still driving that car because even though they crash right off the bridge, you know, she manages to make a perfect landing and fly away like she's Vin Diesel, taking care of her family in the Fast and the Furious. And he's looking for Mystique because that's who he's been paid to kill off. So you know where we're going? We're going to Froggo Town. That's right. Gay Paris. They eat frog legs there. This is Mystique. Talking about how she can be whatever she wants to be, whenever she wants to be. And Birdie's going to keep track of Sabretooth as he hunts Mystique down, which he does. And he recognizes her scent, but he's not sure from where. She splashes all this delicious champagne in his face. Just the thing to get the old blood going. Also quite tasty on crepe Suzette, especially served up nice and hot. Huh? You know, in flambe. Hate to run right after the toast, but I have a pressing engagement. And he's just caught on fire. Oh, that witch. I'm going to tear her into little pieces. She went down into the metro. Why didn't you run her down? How long am I going to last after you do her? Angry Sabretooth. So Sabretooth chases her into the subway, and she has transformed herself into a nun. And it doesn't matter what she looks like. You can change yourself into a gumball machine, and I'll still sniff you out. I know your perfume, and I know your scent. Your own scent, whatever it is that oozes out of your pores. I know it from another time, maybe a long time ago. Don't make no difference no how no more, since your time has come to a screeching stop, right here and now. You remember, don't you? Do you remember this? She starts to morph. Whoa. Don't do it. No, it can't be. Ma, don't do it, Pa. Don't do it, Pa. We just gotta be more careful is all. He won't get out no more. I promise. We're gonna put more chains on him? We're gonna keep him penned up in the cellar forever? We wouldn't do this to a dog. If he was a dog and done what he did, I'd have put him down on the spot. He ain't no dog. He's our... Don't say it, woman, and keep back from him. Remember what he did to you when I tried to yank out his teeth and claws? Now get out of the way, woman. Please, he can't help it. He's just a... So just totally Lizzie Borden, Dad Lizzie Borden, Mom? 40 whacks with the axe? Unbelievable. You ain't my ma! Of course not. She's dead. And whose fault was it? How did you know? I'm gonna wring it out of you after I twist your morphin' head off. Huh? The Eiffel Tower. Want to see the sights before you die, do ya? Oh, have I upset you? Have I dredged up unbearable memories? Did I make you feel bad? Well, good. That's what I was trying to do. Clang. I don't need no sissy elevator. I don't even need the stairs. You're trapped, woman. I got you cornered now. I'm gonna take my time and gnaw the whole story out of you one shriek at a time. How'd you know about my ma? Was it Birdie? Did she? You told me yourself. You whispered your darkest, bloodiest secrets to me in Berlin before you went into that secret program and had all the blocks put in. What? Oh, close that mouth of yours before you start catching flies. You can discuss the whole thing with my dinner date. He was in the same program with you. I ain't much for John, darling. I'm gonna let the adamantium do the talking. To be continued. Because Wolverine just showed up in this comic book featuring Sabretooth. Let's get into it, huh? What are we waiting for, right? Let's see.
You came all the way to Paris just to take a whooping, Wolverine. I'm not taking anything, Sabretooth. I'm handing it out. Big talk, little man. But my business ain't with you. It's with your date.
And so, they're going to have a little bit of a fight in City of Light, City of Night.
Now don't you wander off, Mystique. I'm gonna get to you soon as I finish off the run.
Oh, Sequest, DSV. The year is 2018, and Nathan Bridger captains Sequest on an adventure through our last true frontier, the Earth's oceans. This science future mission takes us on a journey through the uncharted world that lies just beyond our shores, starring Roy Scheider and Jonathan Brandis. Never Ending Story 2. Sidekicks with Chuck Norris. Ladybugs with Rodney Dangerfield. Then he killed himself. It's very sad. You were always so positive, Creed. You were always so sure that you knew exactly what was going on. Even in those old, cold war days back in Berlin, meine Liebchen.
Lenny? Lenny Zauber? No, it's a trick. You're really Mystique.
I'm both, Victor. That's the joy of being a shapeshifter.
Hey, I'm not finished with you, bub.
Oh, yes, you are. You just cool your heels, you hear? The name's Birdie, and I'm a friend of Mr. Creed's.
Don't push your luck, girlie. I haven't had my hors d'oeuvres yet, and I'm cranky. It's an amazing likeness, Mystique. How did you know what Lenny looked like?
It's not just the look, yeah? Anybody can dress up. But what of the voice, the gestures, the attitude? Perfection, nicht wahr? This is no mere masquerade, Herr Creed. You see, even as I am Mystique, so am I Lenny Zauber. Your table is ready, mademoiselle. Will the gentleman require the loan of the house cravat? Absolute mint. Can I prevail upon you all to call a truce until after dessert? I can explain things. And so she does. I was halfway through the bottle of Dom Perignon when we first met in East Berlin. It seems so long ago, doesn't it? We were all younger, more passionate. It was a heady time to be alive. So Sabretooth's there hunting a guy, and he meets Lenny. The guy's already dead, and there's some secret commandos making their way up the stairs to stop him. And so Lenny, who's really Mystique, and Sabretooth, they make their getaway. And she knows of a safe house that they can check into there in West Berlin, where it's still safe. And Wolverine's sick of hearing all this nonsense. He wants a fight. Chill out. I pulled the pin on this grenade. You know what happens if I let go of the spoon? That's the safety lever.
No problem, darling. Just extruding myself a toothpick. Give me that bottle of bubbly.
If you will permit me to open it, monsieur.
I ain't opening that end. Crash! I'm gonna shank this broad. You ain't proved diddly so far. Everything you said was in the debriefing files, and all that happened years ago. Now me and Wolverine, we got this thing called healing factor. Slows down our aging process, among other things. How can you be as old as us? You ain't no Tina Turner.
Simple, Victor, if you think about it. But then, your mind was never your strong point. My morphine powers continually revitalize my body's cells and DNA memory. Mystique just goes, "It's morphin' time!" That's why I can look just like I did all those years ago.
I like you this way a whole heap, Lenny.
But I don't like being cooped up in this safe house, Creed, mein Liebchen. We're in West Berlin, and we can't go out on the town.
So what? I got a loaf of brat, a jug of champagne, and you.
I don't like singing in the wilderness. I have to go to the Hauptbahnhof. So she's got to get out of here to go meet their contact.
This is Wild Hair. Tell Lenny not to go to the meet. She just left. Stop her. It's a setup. I've had enough of this dog and pony show.
So this is the flashback back to modern times.
I know you ain't the real Lenny Zauber because I saw her laid out on the slab down at the morgue after the Polizei dragged her out of the canal.
You're right. That was the real Lenny they hauled out of the canal. But you never met her. She was a boring bean counter from the accounting department. She was a convenient way for me to disappear. Much nicer than a horrible protection and relocation program.
Sabretooth ain't the only one.
who's fed up around here. So if everybody else is gonna trash the dress code and get funky, let's all jump in the pool. Aren't you forgetting the grenade? Aren't you forgetting to keep your voice down, little lady? Chuck. He slips his claw right inside where the pin is, especially since the French word for grenade is grenade. Guess it won't do any good to tell him that my claw is taking the place of the pin, making it safe. That is, until I shove it down somebody's throat. Overkill, boy. I already got a grenade inside me. And if I don't stop this shapeshifter's clock, I'm gonna be all over Paris. So there ain't nothing you can do or say that can stop me. Really? What about our son? Or what? And then, of course, you know, the cops are gonna show up to try to put a stop to the nonsense. Don't worry, Mr. Creed. I'll handle it. You did good, Bertie. Used your telepathic powers and went inside their heads. Made them not see us, didn't ya? Now what's this all about a son, Lenny? Or Mystique, or whoever you are? Is he a mutant? No. He's totally unexceptional and rather boring. You've got a kid? Where's he been hiding all this time? Thank you. I could use this. So Mystique, as Lenny grabs it, I wish they would have given her a different hair color so that she doesn't look so much like Bertie. I gave him up right after he was born. He would have put too big a crimp in my plans. Now you let me go, or I'll blow all of us up. Girl, you ain't got the guts. I've got nothing to lose. Who do you think set this all up? Who hates the both of us this much? It's our darling baby boy. He's finally getting his revenge. Ding! And she drops the grenade. Pizza Hut! Pizza with all the extras. Wolverine grabs this stainless steel vase and puts it over the grenade, and thoom! Time to book, Bertie. We got a plane to catch. This the photo of your kid? Yeah. I know this creep. He hasn't changed much. Still got that same look in the eye. Maybe he could have used a little love from his mom, huh? Give me that. You don't know anything. I know one thing. I know I don't like you. Tell her, Wolverine. I don't know if I buy any of that. That little pencil neck geek in her snapshot's supposed to be my son. Look like a namby-pamby sissy boy. It don't mean nothing anyhow. Not if I can't track down the Tribune before this thing in my chest explodes. You have your feet on my armrest. I have an idea. I know I got my feet on your crummy armrest. I don't need you to tell me that. And if you open your ugly yap one more time, I'm gonna undo your last 3 facelifts. You were saying, Bertie? I might be able to find where the Tribune is by going inside your head. Do it, girl. Whew! All the information is in your memory. All we have to do is know where to look. Start the clock, Junior. One thing you should know. After I aced abroad, I'm coming after you. And how are you going to accomplish that? You don't know where you are or who I am. There, close in on one of his fingers as he punches the access code. I've got it. It's a keyboard prompt. Much harder to crack than a number series. More permutations. It's a start, but not much. Cancel my appointments for the rest of the day. I'm having too much fun. Consider your slate wiped, sir. That skyline. It's definitely New York City. There has to be some other clue buried in this image. We know her name is Ellie, but we don't have the time to match that face to a whole name. No company logo on the wall. Maybe we can figure out the location from the angle of the skyline. Wait, that plaque! Presented to the GC Group from the Society of Investment Bankers. Bingo! The Tribune has its headquarters in the offices of the GC Group of Investment Bankers. And as soon as I can get to a computer terminal, I can break into a security system. And then you have him, Mr. Creed. Hook, line, and sinker. To be concluded. And it will be concluded right here on Crypto Comics. Sabretooth! Death Hunt, Sins of the Father, the final chapter, issue number 4. So they're going to go hunt him down, right? And that's what they're doing. You can see it right there. And so here we see the hand of the Tribune when he's outside of his suit. He's going to go put his suit on. So they hack up all these guys, but they leave one alive for questioning. You're from the same clan that bushwhacked me at my house back in issue number 1. Check out the playlist here at Crypto Comics. It's buried in the back issue bins. How'd you track me here? I didn't. The Tribune snatched one of our clan brothers from the surveillance post outside your house. We followed the Tribune and figured you would show up here. You figured right. But what good did it do you? What did you say the name of that company was, Birdie? GC? GC Group, investment bankers. Gentlemen, banking hours are over. Prepare to defend yourselves. Exemplary performance in the defense of our assets will result in bonuses and stock options. To your positions, gentlemen. What a unique line of dialogue. These investment bankers are serious. Yes, that is a gun in our package, and we are happy to see you. It's Lethal Enforcers. The hit arcade game comes to life, exclusively from Konami on Sega CD. So they're going to have this fight, you know. They can't figure out how's he getting in. All the security monitors are blank. Oh, 'cause he's climbing up the side of the wall because he's crazy. He's got Birdie hanging onto his back. And they go crashing through. I like this part. Not even you can survive a blast from a chiclet gun. A chiclet gun. It's a charged hyperkinetic lepton impulse thruster. Chiclet. Guess again, tripe for brains. You had your pet surgeon suit me up, remember? You wanted to make sure I stopped Mystique's clock. Did you? I let her walk. But you? You're gonna fly. Birdie, you cover the door. Got it covered, Mr. Creed. He's in the boss's office. Call back the interdiction teams. Did you hear that, Ellie? She called him. I heard. You don't think... Like I said, Mr. Soon-to-be a wet smear on the pavement Tribune, you're gonna fly. Flap those arms, boy. Might slow you down some. No, catches. It's holding on tight. Hurry up, Mr. Creed. You only have 5 minutes left. You just keep the flunkies at bay, Birdie. Let me keep track of the elapsed time. Well, looky what we got here. All scooched down under the furniture. Staying out of sight don't help if you can't keep yourself from whimpering. Tell me, Doc, how big a blast radius does this doodad you planted in me have? 20 feet. Well then, you better start operating, Doc, 'cause I intends to keep you close to the vest. Sort of like my own malpractice insurance, if you know what I mean. Operate? Here? No tables, no instruments, no anesthesia. How do I make the incision without a scalpel? You didn't think I'd trust you to cut me, did you? Ain't nothing in this room sharper than my claws. Ah! Does this ever hurt like all blue blazers? The blue blazers. That's Owen Hart plug there, free. Boy, howdy! Ha! Ain't nothing like a little pain to make a man feel alive, huh? Well, what you waiting for, Doc? Reach on in and commence disconnecting. Look, can you move into the light? I'm almost finished out here, Mr. Creed. Got the last banker in my sights. Huh? Where'd he come from? I thought we blew all the ninjas away in the lobby. Sash. Oh, gotta use mind blast. Boom. How do I know you won't kill me once I remove the bomb? You don't. But you'll sure as snuff live a few seconds longer than if you let the bomb go off. I've got it, but it's still armed. Give it here, Doc. Let's wake up the neighborhood. Whoomp! Sizable blast, Doc. I expect that was enough to have reduced me to a fine red mist. Sutures. We need to get that incision stitched up and bandaged. If you'll allow me to run down to my car to get my bag. You're not going anywhere, Doc. You must be Ellie, right? The Tribune's gal Friday, Gopher, and all that. Ex-executive secretary. Well, I'll bet you're right helpful, Ellie. I bet you got yourself some safety pins in that bag of yours, don't you? Here. Stop pinning me up, Doc. Heck, it's better than a staple gun. And it's sort of in style, you know. Got that punk rock look. Your hands are shaking, Doc. I make you nervous or something? You afraid I'm gonna twist your stinking head off? You wouldn't. Of course I would. You can see it in my eye. Just like I can see the fear in your eye. And something else, too. He turns just in time as the Tribune climbs back up. Blam, 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 blam. Click, click. Not real bright using the whole clip like that. And after all that trouble and pain of climbing back up here, inch by inch, don't it just make you feel a fool? Shriek. Ah! Go ahead and end it, you ignorant, disgusting monster. I may not have succeeded in ridding the world of you and Mystique, but somebody else will. The rest of normal, decent humanity won't stand for the presence of all you mutant aberrations for very much longer. So go ahead, snap my neck. You're gonna be dead sooner than you think. Snap your neck? Boy, your dying ain't gonna be that easy. Leastwise, not until I found out why you wanted me and Mystique taken out. How come you hate mutants so much, boy? I gotta guess. I'm wondering if y'all can guess. No, I'm not telling you anything. I believe you won't, boy. Even if I put a powerful hurting on you. Mr. Creed, Bertie, do us a double header. Send me inside this little geek's head. Foo! Oh my, you are a twisted little sick puppy, ain't you? Peeping and peeping and peeping. Just what were you peeping at, boy? No, don't go in there. Don't, out of my way, boy. Is that you out there, Graydon? Ran away from the boarding school so you could spy on Mother, did you? Didn't know she could do this, did you? Oh, are you appalled? Are your little sensitivities all aflutter? Wait till you see what your dear father looked like. He wasn't a bond trader. I lied. But he was something just as feral. There are 1,000 of these doors. 1,000 more reasons to hate mutants, to hate my mother Mystique, and to hate you, my father. That's who wanted you and Mystique dead. Your own son, Graydon Creed. You? My son? You little sniveling worm? I'd rather have that sawn-off Logan for a son than you. You would just sold a wolf ticket. Why, you ain't worth bloodying my hands over. I'm just gonna snap your neck like a Sunday chicken. No! You can't kill him! He might really be your son. You're Bertie. I read the surveillance reports on you. Schlack! You're his escape valve. And he just stabs Bertie to death right there. Oh, Mr. Creed. Yeah. You killed a boy. Why? Because I wanted to hurt you, mutant. Without her to soothe you, you're alone with your pain, with your crimes. He just tosses him to the side. Oh, you're my blood, all right. My own darling baby boy. Who's gonna fix your head now for you, Sabretooth? Who's gonna lock your demons away, huh? Oh, I know some folks who can. Just takes convincing them. But you had better watch it, boy. I'm gonna keep an eye on you. Here? The end. For more on Sabretooth, check out X-Men Unlimited #3. Soldiers of Fortune, that's a good game. X-Men mutant gear, like this is how awesome kids were dressing in the 90s. Aren't you jealous? I know you are. I totally know you are. More X-Men 2 home video releases. So this is right after the X-Men cartoon kicked off on Fox, the height of the comic book revolution in the 1990s. And this, my friends, has been a look into the mind and family of the one and only Sabretooth, right here on Crypto Comics. Now, I absolutely thought this was fantastic. Wonderful art, wonderful writing, and really just the start of a long, torturous family history that got revealed over the course of the next decade in Marvel Comics. I still recommend you go pick this up. Even though we did pretty much go through it right here on Crypto Comics, you can find this in your local comic shop, more than likely. If not, you can find it on mycomicshop.com. Speaking of something else you can find on the internet, you can find my new book, Young Barbarians, available on Amazon in both print version and digital. You can also find other books in the Lost Library, like Aldous H. Evergreen's The Gaslight Gang. Support your local crypto. Pick up my books on Amazon.com and support your local comic shop. Check out the back issues in a store near you. I'll see you next time, right here on Crypto Comics.